Hello! And today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own TARDIS. And this is an updated tutorial from the last, because the last one was like 7 months ago or something like that, and that one was pretty outdated because you needed to put an engine in glass, so don't know what was going on there, and they quite simplified it a bit. So I'm going to be showing you how you would start off, and quite simple, really. Not really, but let's just get started. So before you place your coral plant on the soul sand, which I'll get to later, you need to first craft your rift scanner. It's crafted like this, crafting table, crafting grid, and you will get one of these rift scanners right here. This is what the front of it looks like, because it's a bit weird in that item frame. So this, when you make sure you right click it further to find the nearest one, it will point to the nearest rift chunk. I believe I'm in one right now. It will point to the nearest rift chunk. Also, sonic screwdrivers can also scan the rift chunks as well, so just keep that in mind. I think it's at this. Yeah, there we go. Put it in your offhand, it scans for rift chunks. This one just points to it as well. Okay. Alright, now you've found your rift chunk. It's in your rift scanner, which is quite expensive actually. It requires you to go to the nether and redstone. I'll tell you how to make a sonic screwdriver later. Anyway, once you've found it, you're going to need some soul sand. You're going to need to place it in here. So if you press F3 and G, you can make sure you're in the chunks that are required. So just keep that in mind. Right now, you've got your placed your soul sand down. You can make your coral growth. What this will do is this will grow your TARDIS. Keeping in mind that you will need 2 of these for the TARDIS console later, but you don't have to worry about getting another one right now. You can just wait for this to grow. So, as you can see, it grows pretty fast, but I'm lazy, so I think I'm just gonna up the tick speed a bit. Alright, now your TARDIS is grown. Looks like a big mess of stuff. Don't know what to call this really. It's just a box. Now you've grown that, you will need to make the coral cage. Also, you can go in it. It has a little door. As you can see, it says not enough plasmic material for the shell. You need some of that, and I will show you how to do that. But first you need a coral cage, 2 iron bars, plasmic material, a coral fragment actually. Actually, I didn't show you how to get these coral fragments. So what you need to do is you need to find these rifts in space. You can click on them, it gives you a random item. But if you get a sonic screwdriver, you can find another one. It has a chance that it will drop just by normally right clicking it, but if you have a screwdriver in your hand and right click one of those, it's gonna give you a 100% chance of dropping a coral fragment, which can be used to craft a coral plant, coral growth, and so you can grow one of these. Anyway, so you got your coal growth, you got your 2 iron, you got your iron bars. Plasmic material is a hard one. Because, let me look. You'll need superheated Zyton. I mean, where do we even get Zyton? Then we need just like red concrete powder, slime balls, which can be crafted with dough and lime dye with the create mod. Yeah, you can normally grow your Zyton on Zyton buds when you find them underground, like that. You can just like mine them because they grow off these Zyton bud things. I just have like a little, stash of them, you know. Let's see if we can find one underground. Here. So this is what you're going to find underground if you don't have any Zyton buds. As you can see, you can get Zyton crystals from this, and you can pick up this Zyton budding and place it anywhere, and crystals will grow off this. So that's pretty cool. So you can have like a little farm of them. Now, how you turn them into superheated Zyton is you don't need a normal furnace, you need a blast furnace for this. So what you do is just put that there and just let it cook, and that's will be how you get your superheated Zyton. Like that. Once you've crafted your coral cage, you can just put it around and it just looks like a cage, really, doesn't it? It can still go in, I think, yeah. We need more plasmic material to go in it. So you don't know how to craft this stuff. So you just put, what? You need 8 of this, so let's just, like that. Now it kinda looks like a normal TARDIS, but it doesn't quite look like it yet. But don't worry, we're gonna get there. So after that, it says, nothing, okay. So now it says throw a personality matrix into the water. And that's what's gonna give us the TARDIS. To craft, to get a personality matrix, you first need a matrix energizer. Using Skulk, these superheated Zytons, iron, and here. And to craft that Artron collector in the middle, it's a copper rod, iron, 2 smooth stone slabs, and a redstone block. And that's how you craft a matrix energizer. Now, this next part is going to be quite hard because you'll need another star, which are easily farmable in the end if you have like enough blocks and stuff. Now we need to go to an ancient city. Damn, that is loud. Okay. So for this next part, we need a Skulk Shrieker. It can't be... It needs to be a naturally placed Shrieker. So you can't just place one down and place this on top. That won't work. You see, I'm moving around, it's not doing anything. Place another star in there. See, it's not doing anything. Don't do that because you'll use your nether star and we don't want that. So make sure it's a naturally spawning Skulk Shrieker and it'll start filling up this bar. Once it's done, I'll drop a personality matrix. Would you look at that? And then it gets an ID and everything. Then we just go back like that. And boom. We just throw this into the water. There's interior reconfiguration in 10 seconds. Perfect. As you can see, it blocks off the doorway. And it's just gonna disappear and spawn back in. Should do it in a second now. Now we have the TT capsule. Very nice. So as you can see, when you go in, it's still the same. You don't have a TARDIS, you don't have a console, you don't get nothing. Because you've got to make those two. Which is quite annoying, I have to admit. So let's start with the console. So what you need to do is craft another coral growth like this. See, ×2 right there. And you also need some like torches to light the area because it's dark and it won't grow by itself. So when I try and place this here, it doesn't work. What we're gonna do is just gonna brighten up the area. Not too close because then it won't grow. Now I'll start growing. Right now, we want to craft an engine. To craft an engine, you will need a fabricator. And then you need to put these on top of a smithing table because they won't go on anything else. I think they only work on smithing tables, but yeah, it might be wrong. I mean, this is where you craft all your components, like your chameleon circuit, your stabilizers, your life support, and your DMAT circuit. So AIT fabrication. So what you need to do is you need to find one of your engines, like this. You can find these blueprints and like, see if I can find one in here. So you can find these fabrication blueprints, just like, yeah, shield circuit, boom, you got one. You can just find them like exploring structures and stuff like that. Not that hard to get, but can be a bit fiddly if you want to get an exact one. Anyway, so to craft the engine you'll need a molecular link, which is also quite annoying because that's also a blueprint. So I recommend getting two of these fabricators, so you can make your link, you can get your links here, or you can craft the engine at the same time. So that's how you get all these components. So like your DMAT circuit, your chameleon circuit, and all that. Get a generalized subspace system core. I'll tell you how to craft this thing, because you'll need it to put the circuits in, like that. Archon collector unit, right there. I didn't feel like making a billboard for this because it takes up quite a lot of room in this building here. But yeah, I'm just gonna show you like that. So anyway, once you've crafted all these, because I can't be bothered to craft them in creative, shows you how much it is annoying to get in survival. You can also connect the things like this. Anyway, so once you get your engine, I'll show you the things you need for like basic flight. So all you need is life support and DMAT circuit to fly. But that's pretty dangerous, so let's put the stabilizers and the chameleon circuit because it's cool. So I like to put the engine down here. What that'll do is to light up the entire room. Because normally you can't breathe in here in survival. You'll need a mask to breathe in here. Face this respirator, and then you can breathe. You take this off, you start dying of weakness. Put this on, you don't. These are pretty easily crafted. Only needing redstone, thread nuggets, and black wool, so it's not going to cost you much more. Now, once we place all these, we can start putting our life support, a DMAT, stabilizers, and the circuit. So now we don't even need this. We can breathe normally, which is pretty nice. Okay, cool. So all we have to do is wait for this TARDIS console to grow. Like that. So once it grows, it'll turn into the console. Make sure there's light around here again, because if there's not, it won't grow and you won't be able to place your thing in the middle. So now that we've got this, we can pretty much get a lot of interiors. I like the Bad Wolf one, but that's not going to let me put it on, is it? Let's just get this coral one. So now once you apply that, I forgot I was in survival. It's no box. Nice. You can also fuel this thing, because you'll need to fuel it to change. That's not fuel. Don't press that either. Put the handbrake on and start refueling it. It's one of these levers. There we go. Okay, so this one is going to activate the refueling process. Okay, that doesn't work. This, of course, it was the wrong one. It's this one. I've got no idea what's going on. There we go. You have to add it. Obviously you can't do that on survival, you have to wait for this, but it refuels quite fast if you turn it on and off. If you remember to turn it on and off. Right, now from here you can change the interior. You can change the interior to whatever you want, so I'll cut to like one being like made, you know, like cut to the interior being here, so you don't have to, you know, look at the thing. Also the dev ones, so you can make your own custom one. So yeah, I'll cut to that. Alright, just a couple notes here. If you delete these fabricators, you will not get the items back. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, so now I've reconfigured my TARDIS. It's very nice. This interior is coming to the game hopefully soon. I don't know when, but me and Super Simon TikTok made this. I don't know his actual YouTube name, but you should go subscribe to him. Maybe he'll post some build videos. He's also on TikTok and makes some cool stories and some builds on actually quite insane. Anyway, so now we've got our interior and we've got our console. I'll show you how you get this in a sec. We just need one more thing, and that's a sonic screwdriver. To craft a sonic screwdriver you need, well, the sonic screwdriver blueprint. It's redstone, that, iron, sighton shards, that thing, which I'll show you how to get actually. What's it called? So it's an there you go, Archon collector unit. So it can be with redstone, blah, blah, like that, and then it should come out like this. Can't really do anything with it but interact. So what you want to go is you want to go back to your TARDIS, then you want to put it in the port. And what you can do with this is actually just change the sonic you want. Some of them will be locked, but since I'm in creative mode they're not. I also did switch to a creative mode TARDIS, so just keep that in mind. So these will be locked for you. Well, most of them will be locked. Right, so now like you can actually, so now you've got sonic screwdriver, you can actually just change console by going on this and then cache console. And you can change to the one that you want. Shift click for styles. And then once you found the one that you want, you get your sonic screwdriver and right click, and then boom. But I like this one, like here. So once your sonic has a bit more Archon units, you can actually charge your sonic screwdrivers with these rifts, like the cracks in space that I showed you at the start. Okay, let me see if I can like get a rift. No, I can't. But the rifts at the start of the video that I used to get those coral fragments, those actually charge Archon units. There you can see 300. But once you get a bit more Archon units, you can see you get a bit more categories. So overload can turn off and on redstone lamps, and can activate TNT. Scanning can scan for rift chunks. It went outside. I thought, let me just, so rift chunk found. And when not, it's you can see if it can be, tells you extra information, like that needs to be mined with an iron tool. This can be mined with a hand, no tool. Stuff like that. TARDIS allows you to, well, do that. Just keeping in mind that to summon your TARDIS, you will need the stabilizers blueprint. So that's, yeah, a stabilizer blueprint, and it should look like that. That's the stabilizer blueprint. It'll look like this. You just put it in one of these things next to your engine. So like, can I? Anyway, so you should have your stabilizers like that. I think when I get rid of this, it'll turn off. Yeah, turn off the power now. Anyway, it should look like that. And the more you add, the more the tree grows. So the more this grows, right here. So that's a pretty cool detail right there. So you can actually connect them like this. So you can make it like connect. In this interior, I actually got a custom engine room. This is like a tree room. And this is like the engine, where the engine would normally go. It's also got like a few safety features as well. You'll see a couple signs. It's because it's... I might get rid of them, I don't know. Anyway, once you've done all that, you've basically got a TARDIS. You can fly this anywhere. You can activate the stabilizers. That's not stabilizers. You can activate the stabilizers. That noise. You know, turn the power off. I'll actually turn that tree off, I didn't know that. Handbrake. Then you've actually got increments as well. And then you've got your coordinates panel as well. And then obviously the dimensions. But if you're struggling to find all these buttons, because you have a different console, you can actually go into scanning mode and see what all of them do. There's one more thing I want to show you. So if you put it in scanning mode, put it in the sonic port. You'll see. Alright, so the doors have to be closed. You'll see that when you put it in scanning mode, that you get in-time events here. Like that. When you take this out, you don't get those exclamation marks of where they are. So, pretty useful. And also the fast return lever, that's position set. Show you what it looks like without the in-game exclamation marks. So vortex drift acceleration, you see you don't get those exclamation marks and you don't know what you're doing, so it just blows up. And if you put the stabilizers on, you see the screen doesn't shake, and you don't get those in-game flight events. But you can see the lever doesn't go all the way down, so it doesn't really go as fast as it normally would. So you're getting stabilization, just not going as fast. And you see when I turn them off, you can pull the lever all the way down, and it just shakes your screen. So yeah, that's it for the flying, but here's how you craft a key. This is going to be the last part of the video. It's how you're going to be able to craft a key. So ender pearl to iron. Yep, that's how you craft the key. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your key. You can't, TARDIS doesn't identify with this key. So what you're going to do is you need to go to the telepathic circuit. You need to find it with your scanning mode. Click this, and then you can lock your TARDIS. Pretty nice. You see the keys have variants. And to get the gold upgrade, you'll need this, and then you'll need a smithing template. Or I was just saying this. Press down and surround it with gold nuggets, and then you'll get the smithing template. So, cool thing with these is you get a clickability, gold and beyond. So, let me just show you. I don't need like I need like a gold or something. Oh. There we go. Gold nugget. Forgot how you did that. See, what you can do is just put this in inventory. Crouch to lock it. And unlock it. And then not crouch, press V to open the doors. Manually. So it's like crouch V to lock and unlock the doors, and uncrouch and press V to open the doors and close the doors. So this applies to the gold key, the netherite key, the classic key, and I think the skeleton key, but that's only the creative one because that unlocks any TARDIS. So yeah, there's no point in getting this key actually, it's just bragging rights that you've got it. So yeah, nice thing is it stays linked when you've crafted it, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, I think that's going to be it, because I don't think there's anything else that I haven't covered yet. Nope. Seems good. Yeah, that's it. If you want a second part covering everything else like handles, the landing marker, all the paintings really, and the redstone controls, the astral map, the food machine, the environmental projector, I'll make a second part soon. But if you don't want to wait 2 months for that, because my video upload schedule sucks, I will link the wiki, AIT wiki, Discord, and the wiki down below. My Discord server will be down there as well. So without further ado, see you in the next one, and consider subscribing, scubbing. Consider scubbing. Bye.